Hello, I'm Adrian, and welcome to Fight Scene Breakdown. Today we're taking a look at the legendary airport fight scene from Civil War. Since it's such a big sequence, we're going to take a look at it from different heroes' perspectives, starting with Spider-Man. For this entire fight sequence, except for a couple of shots at the end, Spider-Man is entirely computer generated. Not only did this allow the filmmakers the time to include him in the film, since it was down to the wire on whether or not Sony would lend Marvel his cinematic rights, but it gave them complete freedom to move the character and the camera in the way that best suits Spider-Man, always keeping it mobile and always using it to follow his fantastic movements through the air. Tracking alongside him as he climbs a wall, closely behind him as he web swings through the air, Spider-Man's locomotion is incredibly exciting to watch, and the cinematography only aids in making it better. As they have demonstrated before, the Russo brothers have quite a good handle on when to cut and when not to, and every single one of Spider-Man's movements are usually shown in a wide. Since he's a digital performer, there's no need to disguise any imperfections in his technique. Tony Stark specifically recruited Peter Parker to help him bring in Captain America. He thus only received Tony Stark's point of view of the entire debate on whether or not heroes are allowed to police the world without government oversight. Spider-Man is determined to do a good job on his very first big-scale fight, since he is used to dealing with street-level thugs, having just recently turned into Spider-Man and never fought anyone with superpowers. The only thing that does take away some of the tension in this fight is that practically every single hero is fighting to incapacitate and is holding back to varying degrees. This makes the scene lose a bit of tension, since we know that none of them truly want to hurt one another, and this is most easily seen with Spider-Man's encounters as he gleefully exchanges just as many jokes as punches with his enemies. Although, to be fair, this is a cornerstone of his character. This is Spider-Man's first appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and although practically everyone is familiar with his powers, the choreography does an excellent job of communicating them. One of Spider-Man's most efficient tools in his fighting arsenal is his spider sense. This gives him an edge in every fight because it alerts him to where danger is imminent. We get our first sneak peek of this when Ant-Man is on Captain America's shield. When immobile, it didn't go off, but as soon as Ant-Man gets up, Spider-Man is clued in to the imminent danger, turning his head. Unfortunately, this being his first fight with superpowered individuals, he isn't quick enough to react and gets hit by Ant-Man's backflip kick, an incredibly showy technique from Taekwondo, and one which Bruce Lee was also extremely good at executing. Tony tells Spider-Man to keep his distance and web him up he does. Once he tracks down Bucky and Falcon, he uses his webbing to crash through the glass, and with an incredible amount of inertia, he executes a flawless push kick. Notice how his knee comes up extremely high before he pushes forward on Falcon. And now we get to see his massive strength. One little known fact about Spider-Man is that he is constantly pulling his punches, because if he didn't, he could easily kill regular people and several superpowered individuals as well, since he has a proportionate strength of a spider. He demonstrates that by easily catching Winter Soldier's left cross and twisting it. He counters a tackle by Falcon, takes chase, and his spider sense informs him of the incoming flying object, which he humorously launches back at Winter Soldier. He takes a drop kick from behind, but quickly busts Falcon's flying mechanism with one web. Once again, it should be said that Spider-Man is a rookie, since there's no way that Falcon could have managed to hit him with his drone if he were trained. Spider-Man soon finds himself in a fight with Captain America. He uses his webbing to incapacitate him in a matter of seconds, but due to the Captain's more honed training, finds it being used against him moments later. Luckily, his super strength allows him to carry the collapsing structure with relative ease. And now comes a moment everybody remembers. Spider-Man deftly dodges and avoids Ant-Man's attacks and decides to swing around him, just like how the snowspeeder can take down a walker in Star Wars Battlefront. His celebration causes him to get distracted and he is knocked to the ground. Spider-Man's appearance in Civil War was one of the many highlights of the film, and it brings plenty of excitement to the already incredibly well done action set piece. What did you guys think of the fight? Which fight would you like me to analyze next? Subscribe and you can follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and brand new Facebook fan page, Godzillarex. See you next time.